Something roared like thunder. The earth shook a little, and we heard the rat-a-tat-tat of gunfire. "Father!" Hassan cried. We sprung to our feet and raced out of the living room. We found Ali hobbling frantically across the foyer.
"Father, what's that sound?"
Hassan yelped, his hands outstretched towards Ali. Ali wrapped his arms around us. A white light flashed, lit the sky in silver. It flashed again and was followed by a rapid staccato of gunfire.
"They're hunting ducks. They hunt ducks at night, you know. Don't be afraid."
A siren went off in the distance. Somewhere, glass shattered, and someone shouted. I heard people on the street, jolted from sleep, and probably still in their pajamas, with ruffled hair and puffy eyes. Hassan was crying. Ali pulled him close, clutched him with tenderness. Later I would tell himself I hadn't felt envious of Hassan, not at all. We stayed huddled that way until the early hours of the morning. The shootings and explosions had lasted less than an hour, but they had frightened us badly, because none of us had ever heard gunshots in the streets. The generation of Afghan children whose ears would know nothing but the sounds of bombs and gunfire was not yet born. Huddled together in the dining room and waiting for the sun to rise, none of us had any notion that a way of life had ended. Our way of life. If not quite yet, then at least it was the beginning of the end. The end, the official end, would come first. In April 1978, with the communist coup d'etat, and then in December 1979, when Russian tanks would roll into the very same streets where Hassan and I played, bringing the death of the Afghanistan I knew, and marking the start of a still ongoing era of bloodletting. Just before sunrise, Baba's car peeled into the driveway. His door slammed shut, and his running footsteps pounded the stairs. Then he appeared in the doorway, and I saw something on his face. Something I didn't recognize right away because I'd never seen it before. Fear.
Amir, Hassan! They blocked all the roads and the telephone wasn't working. I was so worried.
We let him wrap us in his arms, and for a brief, insane moment, I was glad about whatever had happened that night. They weren't shooting ducks after all. As it turned out, they hadn't shot much of anything that night of July 17th, 1973. Kabul awoke the next morning to find that the monarchy was a thing of the past. The king, Zahir Shah, was away in Italy. In his absence, his cousin Daoud Khan had ended the king's 40-year reign with a bloodless coup. I remember Hassan and I crouching that next morning outside my father's study, as Baba and Rahim Khan sipped black tea and listened to breaking news of the coup on Radio Kabul.
Amiga.
What?
What's a republic?
I don't know.
Amiga.
What?
Does republic mean father and I will have to move away?
I don't think so.
Amiga.
What?
I don't want them to send me and father away.
Bass, you donkey. No one's sending you away.
Amiga.
What?
Do you want to go climb our tree?
My smile broadened. That was another thing about Hassan. He always knew when to say the right thing. The news on the radio was getting pretty boring.